What's wrong with Morphling?
You guys hate. You guys.
Oh, I think it's a good hero, but I didn't. As he was still.
I'm following my Rubik rule.
Okay, I will thank NP in their debut here. The Aces Archie DreamLeague. They'll do it. They'll pull one out of the hat. It's gonna be NP. Let's hear what our commentators have to say about these lineups. So it is time for our first game of day 3 of the Aces Archie DreamLeague with OD Pixel and Gods.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with God, so we're ready to see you through the first series of the day, Team MP going up. The lineups, of course VEGA SQUADRON getting that final pickup at the Morphling. The question is, are MP ready for a Morph pick like that? Do they have ways to deal with this, or do you feel this is a pretty strong finisher from VEGA SQUADRON?
It's not the same as the Morphling game yesterday. We saw Vega have a Morph which got free farm and there was no counter to it. This time around, heroes like Beastmaster with the Necrobook, if you can break his Linkens, you can actually do some good damage to him, burning his mana as well. OD, decent against the Morphling as well as far as having the pure damage, so I don't feel like it's an auto-loss game if Morphling free farms. They can kind of get some farm on their own cause and still contest Morph in the late game.
Now talking about MP, we're going to see you certainly trying to look for something here. In fact, that position there is actually going to dispel the smoke. And MP, I think they realised that there are pings coming out over there, but not really much that they can do about that. So they are going to continue to move over. Yeah, no warding down yet from Vega around this area.
I think they're fan. They seem to know where he is, but
yeah, they'll see. Yeah, they'll see the Morphling come out now for sure. But with this wraparound, unlikely to find anything.
They may actually go looking.
Yeah, if they can get. I mean, they've got a lot of lockdown and control.
Actually, wave.
FN. Yeah, if he gets telekinesis it,
he should. 310 movement speed, Rubik will get it.
This man's dead. FN. He's made a bit of a blunder. MP. Easiest first blood of their lives there, going the way of Owie. Very nicely done. And yeah, the warding working out very well for MP. FN did not expect that at all. Looks like he's playing safe at the start, kind of hiding the tree line, but coming back through the jungle and meeting quite a nasty demise.
Yeah, nicely played. Beastmaster going safe lane. They want to aggro tri-lane this, really pressure the lanes with the Sven. Sven typically looking to kind of play the free farm greed game, but they want to shut down this Morphling as much as possible. And
in the mid lane, MV on an OD compared to Iceberg's Mirana. I mean, how do you expect this lane to go? Do you think we'll see MV take a bit of a lead here, or is Iceberg going to be okay?
Iceberg should be okay. Yeah. He'll use the arrow to farm range creeps as possible, and NV is going to be playing on the slightly higher ping, so that is, of course, a bit of a disadvantage, more so in the mid lane than in other areas.
And we'll see how well he does up top. Obviously, with the lane situation, as you mentioned, with MP going aggressive, Vega, they've managed to put Mag up against this aggressive tri-lane. I mean, how much danger is this next assassin? Because it looks like, you know, if a telekinesis comes through, you're just going to have so much follow-up. With a Stormhammer, a Torrent, but Mag, I guess, one of the beefier solo laners. I guess at the early levels, he can kind of live for it, have the chance of getting out.
Yeah, it's probably level 3 is where they get really scary, but it's still a lane where he has to be very careful with his positioning to not press too far forward. They're going to be looking for that telekinesis lift and then chain stun burst him down.
On mid lane, bit of a rotation coming through. FNG easily Astral, and the creep he's got at the moment, just the crit and the damage aura. So not really much more that he could have hoped to do with that movement. As MV, he's going to be A-OK.
I've seen this a bit from Dooms, going for this early crit build, and well, the build, I mean the creep, and then looking to just play around aggressively in the lanes, try and zone people using the Infernal Blade.
Down and bottom. Nash is getting himself a bit more space. As we just see Rubik come down as well, so MP kind of turning this into a couple of dual lanes. Owie at the moment getting a lot of space up on top. 13 for 4, but at the same time for Vega, FN on the Morphling down bottom, also getting a decent amount of farm, so no one falling behind as of yet in terms of the side lanes. Both teams finding what they need at this stage.
Yeah, both carries getting farmed, just not in their traditional lanes, being in the kind of off lanes here, and a bit of lane switching, kind of than what you'd normally expect. Top lane Mag taking a lot of harass.
And this is the danger.
Yep.
The setup from MP, very, very potent, and yeah, they're going to have a stun in a second if he waited, but he's not waiting around, Owie. He has a mango to go, and that will be a second kill for MP. And as we were saying, this is just such a strong laning combination from MP at the start, and even as a tanky Nyx assassin, you've got to be careful.
That was a good catch from the cut. And they'll get the kill, but Nyx will just immediately TP back in, and there's a lot of XP at this tower up top. They're actually going on AUI. Putting a bit of pressure on him, but the Kunker's there to help him out.
And AUI has the sail for the ready as well, so Vega unable to find anything with that play. I mean, looking towards FNG's Doom as well, what is he hoping to achieve with this pick?
Be a bit of a nuisance in the early game. You want to just go around, help the lanes, which you feel you can bully a bit, which is, for now, I guess the Sven being in the off lane, he has to push up a little bit further, play away from his tower, and with a couple levels on Nyx, you can help out a bit there. The OD not so much, but it seems, yeah, he wants to just kind of stick around this top lane, use the Infernal Blade, and when he's got Scorched Earth, he can be very aggressive on Doom.
And we'll see if he can find anything towards mid. Emphy's heading up, he did want that 4-minute rune, but of course with FNG's presence there, he's going to be unable to find it. The mid lane, as it continues, 15 for 4, 17 for 8, it's very, very close still. MV keeping himself on par with Mirana. And other than FNG, of course, heading over occasionally on the Doom, we haven't seen any of the supports from MP look to come towards the mid and go for the Mirana. They've been more kind of settled on helping their side lanes. Iceberg.
Whoa.
With that, a bit of a strange movement there. We'll see if he gets out. I mean, I don't think it will. With the X-Smart back into the torrent, I mean, did he just not mean to press lead there? I mean,
Must have accidentally tapped the hotkey.
he must have.
Bizarre.
Bottom lane. Well, they'll find something in return, Vegas. They come in onto Rose. Take down the Rubik. Yeah, but that mid lane mess up. That's, yeah, going to give Envy a nice little boost.
It's one of those like things you see him around and leap on you as an OG, and you're just like, does he have backup? What's he doing? And then,
I mean, yeah, Envy looked kind of confused. He was like, okay, you just jumped to me now.
Yeah. Often you'd see the like insta banish if you know he's alone, but Envy was definitely like wondering what exactly was happening, and then you see some minimap or his team call like, no, he's alone, and they went around. Nice TP, they were ready for it. NP capitalized.
We're going to see FNG come back towards the mid again. But as we can see from MP, they've got a good amount of warding around this area, so MP should be pretty well prepared for any kind of movement. So FNG is going to start to come across, but MP now starting to back. Scorched Blade will hit, but the arrow won't from Iceberg. And MP's going to be A-OK. So once again, these movements from FNG being nothing more than just a slight nuisance. And well, top lane, Mag. He's almost only going to get chopped down now. He needs one more touch. Ooh, hey, the dukes are real, in fact, Mag. Oh, and they're out of mana. He's out. All right. A little bit of a kind of a stutter step from Owie, meaning that he couldn't seem to get the chance, the vision to get that final right click through. And Mag, he's out, keeping himself alive this time.
Really nice juke, and he gets to hang around. He doesn't even have to go back to base. He's got the Tango, double mango. He's got a lot of HP regen, and there's no mana left on the Sven to summon with. So he just stays up there. He's going to keep getting some XP. He's going to get level 6 off of this.
Yes, I mean, yeah, 6 minutes in, nearly hitting level 6, having 24 CS. It's not that bad of a life here for the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah. Rudy will find a double damage rune, so could be looking for a setup somewhere around the mid lane. Have someone like the Kunker or the Rubik rotate in to offer him some support to find a kill off of this, but never easy to kill him around because of that lead.
Looks like Owie moving away from the top lane now as well. So maybe going to head down bottom and see if they can get themselves involved in a bit of action. Beastmaster, now nearly level 5s. Oh, yeah, still a bit of time until he's going to have that Roar online, where they're going to be able to find a bit of a better kill potential. But for the time being, could just be a lane swap. Owie to the bottom, and maybe sending Nax up to the top, or at least into the jungle, just to try and keep the efficiency up across the map for MP.
Yeah, it's got to this point where Owie's not really free farming by staying up top, and the Morphling is still free farming, so Morphling's getting a lot more out of the map. Owie wants to start stacking his actions and kind of securing his late game, which is going to be a lot easier to do from the Radiant side, because you also have access to your jungle. When you're playing on the enemy off lane, or you're off lane and the enemy's safe lane, it's a lot harder to use the jungle to farm as well, which you want to do as a Sven.
With the DD, and with Nacht moving towards the mid to join MB, they'll turn this into a push. Fortification comes out from Vega at the moment. Mirana just into the jungle, keeping the farm up with the arrow spam. Shove someone down towards the mid. It's going to hit onto Envy, but with the infused range drops in the backup of the Beastmaster, not much that they can do to follow through on that connection, as the rest of Vega just sticking to the side lanes and not opting to look too much towards the mid lane at this time. But Iceberg he will start the push, slow it down. Nacht, again, just all about the mispresses today. Wasted TP there, but it's all good.
Yep. He wants his level 6 now. He's kind of content in the jungle, probably. We'll probably make that timing a little bit faster just by staying there, and then he wants to try and look for that first smoke rotation to get active.
On the moment, Mag.
Yeah, he's hunting. As just an Oracle support, so...
With the Purifying Flames, they've got a fair bit of mute. They could have a good chance going for SVG. Has the infused raindrops. It's not going to be enough to save Mag. And the man on the Oracle getting themselves the kill. Second on the board for Vega. And FN up top, choosing to go in aggressive onto Rose. He has got Replica skill, but nothing out at the moment to go to. The ping's coming out on him, but looks like Rose isn't getting any backup for the time being.
He's got a lot of agi. He's sitting on one strength FN. He really wants to go for this kill. Very aggressive play coming out from Morphling.
And mid lane, MV getting more and more space. He's coming into the tower. Sherma coming in to try and clear out the creeps and slow down the OD's push. Iceberg still around in the neighborhood as well. And, well, MV maybe having to be a bit careful. FNG also close in the neighborhood, but he's all right. I mean, at this point, do you feel like we're seeing a stronger side developing this first 10 minutes, or is there good news for both teams here?
Pretty good news for teams. They got their carries farming decently well. They're kind of preparing for the late game. Radiant side has made sure their agents are water. AUI is going to have access to that farm to kind of keep on par and even accelerate past the Morphling. So it's going to come down to just how some of these mid-team fights unravel, how the Beastmaster uses his level 6. He's already smoked up looking for that first pick-off, so these kind of rotations for NP is where like the game is going to be kind of influenced and decided.
Yeah, and this is going to help the Beast even more, as he's just found himself an invis as well. So would love to look for a bit of a setup onto mid lane. Iceberg does have the backup in Nita Shim the Slayer, and False Promise is available. So Nak just keeping eyes onto the Mirana. Him on his own, not enough damage to go for that, but they certainly look towards the mid. So they'll put Shoma, and instantly with the follow through torrent as such. It's going to be no chance for this man to get himself out of there. The astral damage should do it. They'll take down the Oracle. At the same time though, Rose did end up going down. FN, we saw him playing aggressive up top earlier. This time round it pays off. He did get himself the kill, and he'll try and turn that to a push as well. Yeah, Mag, of course, up and down the map did help out FN get that pick off.
Yeah, Morph with all that agi makes his life very fun if he can play aggressive, but he needs to start morphing, I believe.
He really, really does. FN, can he get himself out of this one? They've got the stun, the lockdown, and he could be in a lot of trouble here. Chasing you down into the trees, just trying to create as much space as you can, but FN definitely a goner. MV will move in for the final touch. And VEGA Squadron lose another. But FN's still at the moment top of the net worth. Howie very close behind, and so's Envy. It's very, very close at this stage of the game. No one getting too far ahead, but it always certainly feels when there's a Morphling in the game, you know, there's always going to be that point where you kind of ask yourself, had you done enough about the Morph in the early game? And with the Morph sitting up there towards the top, as it goes on, will there just be a point where the Morph outscales the Sven, or can Howie always keep on par with the Morphling?
Keep on par as far as farm goes, but as far as what you can do in a team fight, Morphling has that mobility. Sven is never really going to be able to get on top of the Morph. Morph has huge base armor with all the agi, and he's elusive. He waves around, he's got a replicate. You can't get on top of him as easy as a Sven. So he's going to have to rely on heroes like Beastmaster, OD, and Kunkka to actually lock him down.
Now Mag, he's going to find out, but there is backup, and Mag's going to have eyes on them all, so he knows what he's getting himself into. He does have the back of the team, and a great Doom just straight down, wants to end. He looking to take the OD out of the fight. I was going to look to try and jump at the Stormhammer. On time, both flying through, crashes down onto Mirana. That's one out. They're trying to keep Envy alive here, trying to get himself away from FNG as Mag, as they chase him down. The Doom's going to wear out an Envy. What's the charges? He's going to live. Holds back FNG in the Astral, but he does still end up going down. Oracle got the final you with the Purifying Flames, but the Doom will pay with his life. Oracle does manage to get the TP out as well, so nice little neat play from Shema to make sure that Vega actually found a kill off the end of it all. But it was the 2-for-1 trade, so MP are going to be fine with that. And yeah, it just could have been a lot worse if MB had actually managed to live. That would have been incredibly painful for Vega.
It looked like he was until Oracle just somehow was behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Sneaks a sneaky little Purifying Flames from behind, and Envy's just like, oh, here I thought I'd live. But they made a lot to try and get those kills, and they only get the OD after a long chase. They give up 2 kills, so NP are going to be very happy with that exchange.
I mean, I guess that's the thing as well. One thing that's really nice about MP's lineup is the fact that if MV does get doomed, I guess if you get what the boat rum on him, that's pretty effective against the doom damage in terms of halving it.
Yeah, it should be. I guess if you take it later, depending how long the doom lasts versus the Coco's rum. The rum duration's 10 seconds, so if it's if it's late on the doom duration, you can perhaps buy some time. If it's very early, I guess you're still going to take it. But MP, for now, we need to be wary of this rotating Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, Mag constantly looking to set up some action. He's got FNG in the neighborhood, and they'll go for it. So if they've got enough burst, here comes FNG wandering down, and Nak has the roar, but now with the TP, and in fact, Nash will play his way out of it. Yeah, they'll put the roar down onto Mag, Stormhammer up onto FNG. Owie coming in with the God's Gift to clean up, finds 1, finds 2. Very nicely played there as a team by MP as they keep Naxt alive and secure Owie the double kill.
That was great boar micro from Beastmaster. He put the boar on the incoming Doom rather than the Nyx. If he put it on the Nyx there, he dies, because Doom gets in range for the Infernal Blade, but Doom could never get off the Infernal Blade because of that boar slow. Really great micro, and that's it.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Envy just continues to get it as much farm as he can. But Vega, they're going to see if they can try and look for a bit of a catch as the TPs come down towards the bottom. Already though, MP keeping themselves away from the bottom lane into the jungle. SVG looking for a bit of a scout and getting the ward down. It's a sentry already out there for Vega. And pings out will come. They'll go for the smoke, but indeed that ward. We just spotted this out, so MP, we will expect them to play quite safely here, or at least try and get in a position to prepare themselves to jump in after the smoke's revealed.
It doesn't look like AUI wants to go join up with his team. He's just going to finish his Blink Dagger, most likely.
Yeah, well, God's Strength, nearly back off cooldown. Yeah, trying to finish off this Ancient stat before Vega gets too close and personal. Yeah, Owie in a very good place at the moment. That double kill certainly helping him get that bit of a boost to knock him quite far ahead of the Morphling at this stage of the game, just 15 minutes in, and yeah, having that kind of tri-core of essential items for the Sven, the Blink Helm and Echo Saber, making Owie very much ready for these fights.
Yeah, they just stick his 5 right by Owie there in the Ancients, waiting for Vega to show themselves on the map, knowing that they were smoked up, so Vega now going to sit around idly. I think NP are probably getting a little bit anxious, thinking that they could be in Roche, but they'll see a couple heroes now with that Observer Ward of theirs, and well, Mercuria, Vega suddenly realized, oh, we smoked under a ward.
Bit of an awkward play for MP. They're going in onto an illusion. And not blowing too much, just the X mark the Stormhammer, but it does tank the smoke gank. So unlikely really that Vega are going to lose anyone to this one. Unless FNG decides to hang around AFK a little bit too long. The pings come out. He's going to try for the TP, but they've got the vision of him, and FNG, I didn't quite get the memo, and he will pay with his life for that. A little bit awkward there from the team. It's just strange that he didn't seem to back out once he saw MP come across. Yeah,
just stayed around way too long, and now MP not just going to get the 1 kill. They're going to get 1, possibly multiple towers off of this. They push very fast with the Beastmaster aura, but it's going to be OD. Keeping top to defend with the X marks the spot. Very efficient play from MP, allowing NB to come back and continue pushing after the X ends, and MP will take the pick with the tower.
She's going to TP towards mid, maybe see if they can look for a bit of a fight. Vega potentially ready with the wraparound. Mag on the high ground at the moment. Vendetta.
Dire's bottom tower is
And it's going to be Owie moving up round towards the Ancients. Mag. Yeah, he's not going to look to try and jump in on anyone at the moment. Already the rest of his team have backed up over to his half of the map. But Owie just continuing to clear up another stack, and the farm just does not stop for this Sven.
Yeah,
On top of that blink, 1,500 gold already.
Constant stacks for him. I think that's the third stack he cleared. Just a double stack that time, but the previous times it was triple quad stack. So a lot of farm from that ancient stack, which Vega haven't been able to contest. They haven't really been able to block it off as well, just because of the vision advantage that the Beastmaster provides. You see Vega coming in, they're always centering it and making sure there's no observer wards around the area. NP have done a great job securing that ancient stack.
Absolutely, and talking about the vision as well, of course, with the Hawk and such. It's going to work very nicely in synergy with MV's now picked up Hurricane Pike, just allowing them to have the extra chance to get that vision so he can get those 4 extra touches in from maximum range and ensure that yeah, the heroes of Vega potentially going to have a hard time in these fights, especially with Owie just looking as stacked as he is.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Owie's
I mean,
having a big
did you go for the crit next, get the Chrysalis online, or did you need BKB, do you feel first?
Against this lineup, BKB is not bad. There's a lot of spells that can be annoying and kite you around, but could be either. It's going to come down to what his preference is, how much he thinks he can rely on his team to keep heroes locked down and off of his back. So now we'll see great use of the XNP, constantly using that just to push out other lanes to get some shopping done. They want to make sure they can always be around this Roche Pit area. They will smoke out very close to a ward.
Yeah, I wonder if one of them might be put at the bottom of that.
Either way, Vega. They are not anticipating a Roche and if they did see it, because they are nowhere near Roche.
Yeah, and MP are going to take this at an incredible speed with the God Strength from Owie. And the damage to the Arcane Orbs from MP. No way that Vega get her in time. MP get themselves. This will be a free Roche and Aegis now into the hands of Envy.
Yep.
Ready for the next bit of action.
But this is where you want to be with a Sven versus Morphling. The Sven needs to be playing from ahead. If you're equal on farm, the Morphling's just going to do a lot more around that mid to late game stage. So the fact that Sven is staying ahead of Morphling, getting towers, getting ancient stacks, is kind of key for NP. Puts them in the driver's seat for now. They're going to hit this peak when they get this kind of Necro 3 Aegis push going. Potentially even before the Necro 3, they're just going to start taking out the towers. They want to go now. They don't really waste much time to be already back with his team.
Dire's bottom tower.
Let's see what the response is going to be from Vega. They almost been able to let this tier 2 go. The question is if MP want to try and go in for more, and well, with the charge going through, looks like they may want to. They'll send Owie back towards the mid lane to clear it out, but he's been X-marked. He'll be ready to rejoin the fight down bottom if it kicks off. We get a few punches into FM, but now back towards the bottom, and MP indeed already looking to break the base. 20 minutes in, onto the tier 3. Fortification comes out, but MP not looking to back. Feeling very confident having Envy on the front line with that Aegis. Vega, what's the response going to be? Iceberg, now with the completed acronyms, comes in to clear out the wave with the Starstorm. And Owie teasing around with this one. Vega now have a formidable defense with the team backing away, and indeed MP realizes they're just going to head themselves out from the bottom lane. They managed to get a bit of damage onto the tier 3, and managing to force Vega back like that is just going to open the map up again, open the lanes for MP to continue farming at the rate where they are keeping themselves ahead of Vega's course.
Yeah, they did that damage very much due to the Necro book. It's on cooldown now. It can be a Necro 3 for the next push. So the call there for NP is pretty much, let's back off, keep these lanes pushed out, because it's the split push at the Morphling that's going to keep dragging us back. We don't want that to be the case. They're going to push out the lanes, and group up is 5. You don't need to rush things. It's a common trap that you see a lot of kind of newer teams make is, we've got an Aegis, let's immediately 5-man push. The Aegis lasts a good 5 minutes. Pushing towards the end of the Aegis or partway through, it's not a problem. It may mean you finish another big item or two, and that's something that NP want to make sure they do. They're going to have the Necro 3. OG could potentially even finish another item. Sven has 4k gold, so we could see the BKB. You talk about pushing a high ground now, the BKB is the item you want.
Yeah, BKB would be absolutely massive, because in terms of damage through it, there's physical damage isn't Vega's high point.
Oh, he's going for a Heart of Trask, actually. That's again, it's a high ground sieging item. It's really nice because they can't really go to you because you're super tanky, but if you're hitting the tower, they're going to chip away at you, and you get down to half HP, you back off, you heal up very fast, and you go again. So it's like this constant sustain, as well as this just like huge tankiness factor that makes you unkillable.
Absolutely, and it's of course one of the items that's pretty nice to pick up against a Doom, you know what I mean? It's, you get to a certain point at this stage, if you get doomed, it's a little bit of a nuisance. You walk back, but with a heart, with the amount of strength and health you've got, very unlikely you're going to die underneath it unless you are being totally focused by Vega. But of course, we'll expect MP to be able to get Aoi out of the fights with the Hurricane Pikes and such, so the Doom, much less of an issue now with this Titan being picked up.
Yeah. I mean, the great thing about the heart is also that God Strength is based on your strength as well, your base damage and your base attributes. So having a heart and Trask means you're getting a lot more damage out of your God Strength. That 40 strength is going to translate into an extra 120 damage.
Well, up top, Envy actually potentially being caught out here. Mag, yeah, didn't want to kind of blow his cover to go in on that. Could have maybe popped the Aegis, but it could have got a little bit messy for Vega if they revealed themselves. Down bottom though, hey, how he jumps in fact. Oh,
Stop hitting him.
yeah, he did. He kind of looked towards the creeps. He was like, right, I'm going to take the creep wave, then I'll deal with the FNG. But FNG is actually going to be able to play his way around with this. They've got the Moonlight Shadow, and FNG, oh, he's not going to make it. He is not going to make it. But Aoi kind of living on the edge here, prioritizing creeps over the Doom. But at the end of the day, he does get them both.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of just a miscalculation with how much damage he was going to do, and perhaps that's also where the bit of latency maybe kicks in a bit, but AOI, he's done all the right moves and got a hard harass. 23 minutes into the game, he's got 3 KHP.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, what do you do about this Sven now?
It's the thing. Heart is normally looked as like, oh, it's just HP, you become super tanky, let's ignore it. But Sven with a heart, it's massive damage. It's ridiculous how much damage this gives you with the God Strength.
No, FN has a lot of mana in the tank, and unlikely to go down at the moment. Aoi still is going to jump forward.
Oh, nice man to dodge FN.
Aoi going to hit the arrow onto the Sven, but again, can they actually kill it? They're going to drop the Doom, but as I mentioned earlier, Aoi ready to walk off. He's going to get the rum on him, and it's going to be VEGA SQUADRON that starts to lose heroes. One already down, FNG to go as well. They're trying to actually catching out Iceberg. Marana's out of it all. And this is the thing. At this stage of the game, you Doom Aoi, the boat comes on top of him. He's taking half damage. He has an insane amount of health. There's just no point dooming the Sven at this point.
Yep. God Strength comes out. He's hitting for over 500 damage. You're in trouble.
And at this stage, 14 for 4. NP breaking the base. 25 minutes in. Vega with 3 on the sidelines. This has been quite the showing. Obviously, we had already seen MP in this current form play in, I believe, just that one qualifier for the Northern Beat. But they did lose out in the final. But other than that, they were looking to be pretty strong.
Yeah, there was a game where Aoi was on the Sven where we saw the stats pop up where he had a great game. We'll see if he goes to that same build with the Moonshot now. Could replace his Quelling Blade. And yep, there's the first Hyperstone. Likely see a second one coming out momentarily.
Yeah, but this is, this is looking pretty impressive from MP.
Yeah, just overall game plan. I really like the Beastmaster pick last. Yeah, it's not been the key hero for them by any means, but it's the small, it's like having the vision of the map, the attack speed aura for when you are pushing. It just makes that Sven hit that little bit harder and faster, and I think it has been a very key pick for them. Will be an AC for Aoi, not the Moonshard, but either way, it's an item that's just going to help allow them to push and break the high ground.
Yeah. And at this stage as well, because the Sven has got so far ahead, you just kind of ask yourself the question: at what point is this Morphling going to be able to blow at the Sven? You know, I mean, when he's this far ahead, I mean, even if the Morphling has 30 more minutes of gameplay, it's unlikely that he's going to have the tools to kill Aoi.
It's this weird thing where it's not like NP can easily kill the Morphling. In fact, Sven is probably unable to kill the Morphling even with God Strength up, but FN is just unable to do any damage in a fight with this. He's got Manta second. Just looking at the Ethereal Blade, like, not being as great against, like, the Coco's Rum. There's the Null Field. There's just a BKB that's on the OD. Potentially Sven, you could get a BKB if you need one as well. The opposite, go for the more split push of the Manta style. It was a very split push heavy game, but he's not able to really fight with this item until he gets another couple damage items. Morphling just takes that few too many items to come online in a game where NP are pushing high ground at 22 minutes in. Sven is not being played like a super late game carry. He's just hitting this critical mass of items where you can't deal with them.
Fortifications to come out from Vega, but this could very well be the last chance for them to attempt to hold this game against MP. If MP do come in hard, as we can see, coming up to about a 16,
I'd be scared of the smoke. He's scouting around with the X, but looks like they are just going to be on the high ground.
And now we're just going in and out, clearing the waves, waiting for their own creep wave to come round. And the line's being drawn elsewhere by the Beastmaster. Looks like they want to try and prioritise clearing in the other waves, making sure that they've got pressure coming in from all sides.
I believe
Onto
Mag
Vega.
actually sold some items to complete this Ag Scepter. He had arcane boots, I believe, at least when I last checked. So realize, I mean, you're down 4 racks. You want to defend high ground. Ag's Nyx is one of the better things you can have there. But
And it is going to be a bit of a nuisance for Aoi, kind of running around the fights, of course, without the BKB on the Sven. I mean, you're unlikely to kill him, but you are going to be able to slow him down, especially when he's trying to run rampant with the God Strength.
Yep.
Of course, a little bit less so of an issue for Envy. Envy does have the BKB, but at the same time, when that BKB is down, as they were saying on the panel, you know, the mana burn as such, being able to spam it that little bit more from being burrowed underneath, that is going to be an issue.
it's very annoying too. The Impale has a 7-second cooldown with the Ag Scepter, so it's just this constant Impale coming out onto the Sven if he's hitting the tower. So they'll tough it out. So they're just going to do a bit of damage here. And
I mean, he's going to try and jump into Mag. It's not going to happen. He's just going to look back towards the tower. And as expected, Vega causing a few issues, but nothing too massive at the moment. No one to die on MP. Just this push, inevitable push, slowly being shut down.
Pennywise just goes slowly, chip and chip. Every time he goes in, he'll get Fate's Edict, he'll get stopped from attacking, he'll get impaled, but he's doing a bit of it.
And of course he's got his heart as well. And there's the big jump in. Envy looking to finish this one off for good. Looking onto Iceberg, has been followed from it, just turns back towards Mag, and Mag, dropping low, gets himself away with a Vendetta. And sees a glip drop by Envy to just try and make short work of FNG, but FNG gets himself safely to the sidelines. And under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, no one yet to fall on Vega. Rose jumping in, telekinesis onto Iceberg. Aoi, God Strength, but immediately disarmed by Shoma the Slayer. Now it comes off back towards the tower. And MP actually unable to finish off the tier 3. They lose the Beastmaster. They don't actually get anyone from the side of Vega. There we go, back in. And again, just disarming, stunning the Sven, and forcing him to be pulled back. They're slowly doing it, MP, and Vega's certainly making this game a little bit more tricky for MP to finish off, but this isn't to win Vega the game.
No, absolutely. I mean, at this rate, NP's going to win this game. It's just delaying it. It's not winning them the game. Anyways, probably thinking, oh, I could go to BKB instead of AC and then just BKB'd and killed the racks, but BAC is the more like long-term growth teamfight item, just without the ability to easily kill racks against a team that's, right now they're just turtling. They're delaying the game. They're turtling up in their base. There's no real long-term plan to win them this game. It's meant to be the Morphling. He's all right as far as how farmed he is, but he's just never going to be able to. He's on his own too. He's never easily going to be able to just wave on in and do damage to heroes like Sven, OD with a BKB. There's the Beastmaster roll, the Necro books. There's too many dangerous heroes that you have to worry about the NP side.
30 minutes in, and the lead on the network graph. It's kind of leveled off, but it's still around that 20k mark. And MP, you know, they say to themselves, if you're not going to let us into your base, we'll just take Roche, take control of the map, and there's not a lot that Vega can do about that. In fact, I think Mag's still sat there burrowed by the racks. He hasn't moved since, and yeah, there he is. He's chilling.
Good discipline. I mean, you see NP doing all these small things. Like, as they're roaching, and NP, they X the OD, he blinks out to scout out to see if anyone's smoking to come contest it. Just very disciplined play out of NP, and really showing a lot of just good, safe moves, and showing that they know how to play as a team and end the game.
Yeah, and this is, this could be a bit cheeky, kind of around the back of the Ancient to the side. And looking to Iceberg, jump in, telekinesis goes straight from Aoi, bam, that's the Mirana out. Down for 60 seconds, does have a buyback. He'll probably use it, give it one more shot here with the team. They can hold back MP, but MP ready to move in for the cleanup. MP slides across, looks towards FNG, but MP actually going to be doomed up. He has Aegis and BKB, so he'll be more than ready for round 2. He may not even need to worry about round 2 as he's keeping himself alive here for round 1. Runs onto him, the Doom pretty much doing nothing by the looks of it. The damage very minimal. Taking arrows to the backside. In fact, the stun as well, causing issues, but he's been good at caked up. Envy finally popped. The mana burn doing a hell of a lot there from Mag. He's ready for round 2, and ow, he jumps in with the stun onto FNG. He has been disarmed once again, though, by Scuttle the Slayer. In fact, the stolen Dune Rose drops down onto FN. He's been false promised. It's not going to keep him alive by the looks of it. He's almost certainly going to pop. As Vega lose 2, they're going to lose 3. Max jumps on as well. MP just cleaning up house, and they'll call in 32 minutes in. GG. MP to take game 1. And quite convincingly as well. A very, very strong performance from MP, just as a team. And Aoi on his Fen, a really nice game for him to carry in. Pretty much flawless performance. He had an incredible farm, and as you said at the end,